Shalom. I want to start by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chavodash. Forgive me the spirit to do the lesson on today. Lord, in the feast you lamb and sheaves of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders, great millstone, who taught us this 100% truth according to the spirits that be. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Peace and blessing to the hopeful elect that they're pushing this word through the full corners of the earth in sincerity. And peace and blessing to you hopeful believers out there, which are also part of the elect. To y'all say shalom, being y'all 144,000 of 12,000 from each tribe, and the innumerable multitude. To y'all say shalom, man. Now we see through the prosper Yahweh Shema Shai. Brothers was talking about it yesterday, and we just, they, dropped this little, little, facts in the article about the so-called black woman, and just going into how she is our enemy, man. And really, the so-called black woman got a lot to pay for. Really, all these women, all the women of the nation of Israel, they have a lot of humbling that's going to be brought upon them. But chiefly, the head, Judah, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, the northern kingdom, they're bad too, but they falling after their big sister, Judah. You know what I'm saying? That's why when you go into the plague, you've been smitten on Judah and being smitten on the head, it mainly goes on Judah because that's the top tribe, and that's the ones that was dwelling in that land. You know what I'm saying? So, just want to read this real quick because it's crazy. You wouldn't even know this, man, because we think about Esau, we think about how, this nigga's the devil, and he's it all goes back to Esau Edom, the so-called white man, because he's influencing the mind of the so-called black man. But she's not innocent either. You know what I'm saying? She's not innocent either. She's made a pact with this devil. She's made a covenant with this devil. She made a covenant with death, and she's living good off of it. Now we seeing that covenant of death that she's made not looking so well. You know what I'm saying? But we just gonna go on. So it says black abortions by the numbers. More than crime, more than accidents, more than cancer, heart disease, and AIDS, abortion. I hope I don't get a strike for that one. Says the Molech sacrifice have taken more black American lives than ever other cause of death combined since 1973. It didn't just say more than accidents. It didn't say more than cancer. It didn't say more than heart disease. It didn't say more than AIDS. It says combined. All of them, the Molech sacrifices have taken more than all of those combined. Since 1973. It says in the United States, the Molech rate for black women is more than 3 times that of a white woman, or average more than 900 black babies are Molech sacrificed every day in our country. This tragedy continues to impact the population levels of African American, so-called black Judah in the United States, man. Come on now. Just let that soak in, man. Apostles, I'm pretty sure Apostle Carl said it. Or I think one of the apostles, one of the brothers said it, but the most dangerous spot for a so-called black man to be is inside of a black woman's stomach, man. And look at the rates. The rates tell it right there, man. Because these women are wicked, man. They are wicked. They are wicked, man. This is Micah chapter 7, verse 9. It says, it's like a 10. Micah 7 and 10, it says, then she that is mine enemy shall see, because before it says, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him, which we have sinned against him. But this is the mindset of the elect. If Scripture says, if you confess your sins, the Lord is faithful to forgive your sins. But the elect is the only one that's going to come in that spirit of confessing their sins. It says, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him, Salakia, until he plead my cause. And how has the Lord pleaded our cause? Well, it started by him sending Abba Rabba Bivens. You know what I'm saying? Raising us back up, breathing back into us. being divinely inspired by the Harachak Wadash, so we could serve the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately started with, Yahweh Shai first. You know what I'm saying? But he's, in this day, he sent off a Bivens, man. You know what I'm saying? To turn the hearts of the sons back to the fathers. Like it says in Malachi 4, Elijah the prophet. But it says, until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me, which we're seeing being done. The reason all these things that happen in the Babylon the Great is because Yahweh Shema Shai is executing judgment on the behalf of his men and his name to be glorified. But who do he put his name on? The nation of Israel. And it says he will bring me forth to the light and I shall behold his righteousness, right? And that's what's being done. The Lord has brought us forth to the light and we're being servants, representatives of Yahweh Shema Shai. We're beholding his righteousness, man. You know what I'm saying? It says, then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which is said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? Exactly. Eve mocked. Where your power at? Mocked. She that is mine enemy, Eve. Scripture say never trust our enemy, for iron was the sword of his wickedness. It's talking about Esau, but guess who was like Esau? Also, Eve. Especially the so-called black woman. You could see it, man. They're just a complete product of Esau. They like they father the devil, man. They act just like Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Just like him. Shit, worse, man. Because scripture say the wickedness of a woman. Worse. They're like worse than Esau, man. The shit that they do, the shit that they approve, the shit that they love. It's just filth, man. It's disgusting. It says, then she that is my enemy shall see, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? My eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets, man. Exactly. The Lord's going to trot these hoes down. But this rightfully so, because look, we just got... That's why Job said no spirit perishes being innocent, man. Which that just goes on a larger scale. Like anybody who died there was never innocent. But the Lord is coming to bring judgment. You know what I'm saying? People are finna reap what they sow. You know? The Lord finna reward you according to the things that you have done in that body. And if the blood of Yahweh Shai is not upon you, the Lord finna judge the world with the law. You know what I'm saying? But the ones that believe upon Yahweh Shai, they're gonna be good, man. They're gonna be good. But you ones that didn't want to believe upon Yahweh Shai, you know what I'm saying? They didn't want to accept Yahweh Shai, his new way, the law of faith. The Lord gonna judge you according to the law. And man, you women got a lot. When we say a lot. Scriptures speak about the wickedness of a woman. More wicked than a man. Let's actually pull that. Let me see if I can find it. It's already popped up. This is Sirach. That's known as Ecclesiastes chapter 25, verse 19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Exactly. All wickedness is little to the wickedness of a woman, man. Because look, I'm going to get this Job 39:17. Because Yahweh Shai the prize for wisdom, neither hath he imparted unto her understanding. And does this mean that there's no sincere sisters out there, the Lord the pride her? Well, no, there are sincere sisters out there. There's any like woman. But for the large case, a lot of y'all are demons, man. A lot of y'all are demons, and a lot of y'all going to be destroyed, especially the so-called black women. I remember the apostles always said, man, majority of the 2/3 of the so-called black women. You know what I'm saying? And when you start to see more and more, you see why they made that statement. And that's through experience, man. The so-called black women are the majority of the 2/3, man. Shit, majority of the women are part of the 2/3 because there's more women than men. But within that number, majority, you black hoes, black bitches. And that's what you want to be called. Black. Evil. Black, evil, man. Negative. Majority of you black bitches are going to burn. Especially here in Babylon. If you in Babylon the Great, a lot of you black hoes through. You know, it's a little something out there, but a lot of you black hoes are through. The Lord gonna destroy you, man. He deprived y'all wisdom. Y'all a lot. The Lord he didn't give y'all a lot to where y'all need to have the wisdom on a higher level. You need to have the wisdom to go out and teach or to fucking speak. You need to know. You need to have wisdom on how to serve your man. But they're worried about all these other things. And when they do, they just run around, laying around, being a fucking hoe, being a harlot. They want a dude to treat them like they're precious. Over here, and then when they don't want to have a kid, they sacrifices on the Molech, man. They do the sacrifice on the Molech, and I want to pull that, man, because the Lord spoke about doing that, man. This is actually I got it right here. This is Leviticus chapter 18, verse 21. And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire to Molech, neither shall thou profane the name of the power. I am the Lord. And the reason the Lord mentioned Molech, because Molech was a popular. It's crazy because this is not a new thing. You see how these Babylon the Great is you know what I'm saying? It's just a compilation of all these, all the fucking idols from Egypt, man, paganism from Rome. It's just a fucking abomination here, man. And you see, you know what I'm saying? Leviticus 18:21, it says, and thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire to Molech, man. Because Jake back then was sacrificing kids, their kids on the Molech seed. And it even says that when you go into it, man. When you go to the word Molech, Strong's it says Malakah, if I'm saying it right. Malakah, that would look like it says. It says Molech equal king, the god of the Ammonites, and the Philistines, to whom some Israelites sacrificed their infants in the valley of Hinnom. And Molech was a popular thing, sacrifice, man. It was a popular sacrifice Jake did. And you can see, look, we just read the statistics. The black woman is the leading person for sacrificing onto Molech. The Israelite woman is the leading person sacrificed on the Molech. And it shows, that right there shows how the Lord then departed into her wisdom, because when you give woman the stage, when you gave her the stage, you know what I'm saying, I guess you say do right, look what she does. Same thing in the garden, man. She over here listening to another man bringing this philosophy to Adam, man. That's why we're going to put this in Sirach 25:24. The woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Literally. We got to... Because, you think about it, the mindset of our women, they're gone. They're completely gone, man, especially the so-called black women. When you think about the time... you think about the faith of Abraham. I mean, not Abraham. You think about the faith of Moses' mom and dad. You know what I'm saying? Father. She was willing to. She was shielding when Pharaoh gave out that decree. He gave out that order to kill all the, you know what I'm saying, the man child of Israel at the time. He gave out that decree. The so-called black woman. You know what I'm saying? They was shielding their women, man. Now they freely doing it. Because I remember brother made that point. I was like, that's crazy, man. As years has progressed, you know what I'm saying? Of course, we decrease as a nation, but the Lord just showing, shit, man. This black woman not it. Nah, I ain't, if any brother got a black woman, we're not sitting here. You got a black woman, brother. You being wicked. No, man, there's some sincere sisters out there that's a black woman, but we know a large portion of these hoes gonna be dusted off in the time of Jacob troubles. Man, you can see it. And when you look at it, who's on the podcast saying the stupid ass shit, because I watch Fresh and Fit here and there, and there's always some black bitch because you will hear the other, a lot of the other women around the table, they be hoes too, and they be saying dumb shit too, and a lot of them Northern Kingdom, some Edomites, what's so on, they be the other tribes. Esau's not a tribe though, but they be the northern tribe. But when you have that one black bitch on there, she's just prideful as hell, saying some off the wall shit. Then you look at the entertainers. No, Scripture's going to how the Lord going, the leader of people calls in the air. You know what I'm saying? The blind lead the blind, they should fall in the ditch. The leader of our women are horrible. There's no good examples. Lizzo is not a good representation of the so-called black woman. Come on now. Lizzo, y'all got Lizzo as a representation for the so-called black woman. Queen B, Nicki Minaj, so on and so forth. You got all these bad representations. All these horrible representations, man. They teaching, I want to be a city girl, fuck, do all this bullshit. That's why I can't wait until the Lord get y'all. I can't wait till he dust y'all ass off, man. Brothers be using that word, got me using it. Can't wait till the Lord dust you niggas off. Especially you black women, because y'all got a lot coming for you, man. You come on, you leading cause and fucking Molech sacrifice. If there's a fucking reward for that shit, you far beating everybody else, man. Just the filth, the wickedness of our people, especially these women, man. The black women, it makes sense. The Lord told us. It makes sense, but it's crazy, man. It's crazy. You see that, it's like, dang. Those combined, you got more. Then it is that's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's why the Lord gonna judge you bitches. Cause this y'all mindset, man. This is Isaiah 28:15. Because he hath said we've made a covenant with death and with hell, are we at agreement? And we know who was that? Esau Edom, the so-called white man. He's red. You done made a pact with the devil. And look what he's allowed you to do. Molech sacrifices. Even when you go back into ancient Egypt, a lot of times they gave a lot of women rights. That's how we know this is Sodom and Egypt all over again, man. Because look who got all the rights here, man. The women. And it's crazy because the parallel, this place is, but we're in Babylon the Great. This is where, according to the scripture, Babylon the Great is the harlot that rideth upon the beast. But guess what? It's a woman upon the beast. And when you just kind of, through the spirit, you kind of connect it, extrapolate, where do women have the most liberty to be wicked? In Babylon the Great. In the harlot. They have the most liberty to be wicked, man. The correlation is crazy, man. And this is when